Monsignor Daniel Hamilton started writing to the New York Times in 1961, more than 50 years ago.
The letters are all geared to the issues that are topical, but are also the subject of editorials. Some might ask me, well, why are so many of your letters on the subject of abortion, or later on, in more recent years, on same-sex marriage? Well, I say every letter is a response to an editorial or an op-ed piece. If they didn't write the editorial, I wouldn't be writing the letter.
Out of 300 letters Monsignor Hamilton has written to the newspaper, 44 have been published. I asked Monsignor Hamilton if he thought the New York Times reflected society as a whole.
Well, I think overall, the secularist movement has advanced and is advancing, so that it is important to give witness to the truth, no matter what is happening. In other words, whether you're being successful or not. They are children of the Enlightenment, the 18th century and following in France and Western Europe, and religion is not something which they are particularly enamored of.
Unfazed by frequent rejection, the priest has sometimes been a voice in the wilderness, confronting the New York Times directly on its editorial policy.
The New York Times has showed itself to be manifestly intolerant and biased on the issue of same-sex marriage by not admitting to publication in its opinion pages from April the 1st, 2009 to August the 15th, 2010, any substantial letter or op-ed essay opposed to the Times' pro-homosexual marriage position.
While the New York Times did not publish that letter, they have since printed 2 letters from Monsignor Hamilton on the HHS mandate and abortion.
The constant opposition to something like abortion, which goes far beyond the Catholic Church, of course, I would say has had some effect. There's no question about that.
And so what made you publish this book now? Was it to encourage other people?
That is the point. You must present, of course, a good case. You must not just complain and gripe, so forth, but you must show this is not really a well-founded intellectual position which you are taking. Because people say, gee, what can I do? Well, how can I write a letter? How can I do? There are a lot of people who take that attitude, I can't do anything. And they say, oh, well, see, we don't receive opposition. If we don't receive opposition, that must mean they agree with us. But it doesn't mean that at all.
Monsignor Hamilton's compilation of his letters, called Jousting with the New York Times, is available on Amazon. Reporting for Currents, I'm Konrad Aderer.